much like the Golden Gate Bridge. It was useless to folks until it was done as well. But today, 75 years later, it's paying for itself, is recognized as an engineering marvel and an icon of progress for California and for America. So the train is our deal.
Next, I want to introduce Suzanne Aguilar and Guerrero, who is a candidate for the 22nd Congressional.
Just a few things. The Central Valley has the worst air in the nation. We have to do what we can to make sure that we get as many cars off the roads as possible. California's population will grow by 20 million over the next 2 decades. We need transportation options. Unemployment in the Central Valley is high. High-speed rail will bring much-needed jobs. The airports are at a capacity. High-speed rails will be less expensive than building international airports. California has the most congested freeways in the nation. High-speed rail will take carbon-producing cars off the roads. Building high-speed rail is cheaper and takes less precious farmland than expensive freeways and airports will. The high-speed rail line can carry more passengers on it than any 8-lane highway. The capital cost of adding another 4 lanes to a highway are comparable to adding high-speed rail line. The statewide cost of time lost and fuel wasted and traffic congestion is estimated to be more than $18.7 billion annually. Not to mention the environmental effects and the injuries and fatalities on the highway accidents. The quality of life is not there if you're sitting in a car. The Los Angeles to San Francisco air route is the most delay prone in the nation, with approximately 1 in 4 hours flight delay an hour. The busiest short-haul air market in the country is between the Los Angeles and the San Francisco, 100 flights daily. That's 5 million passengers. High-speed rail provides congestion relief on freeways and at airports. The bottom line is that we all have to have the vision. It's powered by electricity. This system provides sustainable, affordable, and safe mobility for all. It's a 21st century vision. It's a national system. It'll revitalize the economy. It'll reactivate manufacturing sectors. It'll create millions of jobs. It'll end the oil dependency. It'll reduce congestion. It'll cut the carbon footprint by epic portions. The bottom line, it's the single most powerful transportation choice that can solve serious mobility, energy, environmental, economic, health, and social problems. Yes to high-speed rail.
Thank you. Now I want to introduce Tony Castillo with the laborers.
Good morning. We stand united in support of high-speed rail. The arguments that have been made since 2008, when the proposition was approved, are still true today. The authority released the business plan last week, and when you read it, you can see that we are not deviating from what the voters approved. So we stand here today in support of high-speed rail. We need jobs. The Central Valley is collect the highest unemployment rate in California. It is time for workers to have an opportunity for high mobility, for high skills in building and designing the high-speed rail system. So again, we stand in support of the building of the train.
And now Gaylord Phillips from Teamsters from Modesto.
Good morning, folks. The Teamsters are here today in support of high-speed rail, as is the entire North Valley Labor Federation, because it's going to create good jobs. You can just drive down the highway and you can look to the left and you can look to the right and you can see almond trees for as far as you can go. There's no question that we need agriculture, but we also need the technology to move forward. We need the transportation. This county, this valley is one of the most polluted areas in the country. This is an opportunity for technology to aid us in moving people from one end to the other efficiently, quickly, and in so taking cars off the road, taking pollution out of the air, and creating good jobs. And that's the most important thing. These will be good jobs. And we're not talking about a few. This is ongoing. Not through just the construction, but through the operation of this rail. There's going to be many jobs that's going to be created, and these aren't the kind of jobs that are throwaway jobs. These are ones that people will have a pension, they'll have health and welfare, they'll have a reason to go to work every day. So to argue against it, a handful of people with a lot of money is influencing the people of California and pushing them away from this great project. This is something that we, as citizens of this area, we need to stand united and say, no, that's not what we want. This is a fine technology. It's in Europe, in Asia. It works great. There's no reason why we can't have it here in the state of California. High-speed rail is a godsend, and we can't let a handful of people with a lot of money take it away from us. We have to work to make sure it happens. Thank you.
Finally, I want to introduce Dave Mercer, who's the operating engineer.
Thank you. Hi, good morning. My name is Dave Mercer. I'm with Operating Engineers Local 3. I represent operating heavy equipment operators in the Central Valley. High-speed rail will bring good jobs, greater prosperity, and a higher quality of life for Californians in the years to come. History shows that significant innovations attract challenges. History also shows that those projects ultimately go forward. We can only wonder what life would be like without Golden Gate Bridge, BART, or the California Aqueduct. Though controversial in their time, we could not live without them today, and high-speed rail will be the same in the future. California's current intercity transportation system, including in the Central Valley, cannot meet existing and future travel demands. Without the high-speed rail project, transportation system congestion will lead to deteriorating air quality, reduced reliability of all modes of travel, and increased travel times. The interstate highway system and commercial airports serving the intercity travel market is operating at or near capacity and will require significant improvements to meet the demand. High-speed rail will put California back to work. It will pour money into our local economies. We need to put people back to work, and we have that opportunity.